Good morning, welcome to Headline Focus here live on Core Politics with me, Rob Double. It is Friday the 18th of May 2018. Let's have a look at what's making the political news today. And to start off with, Brexit's back on the cards. Some kind of solution actually has come forwards in terms of movement regarding the customs union. Now, this has been the big story of the past couple of weeks in terms of the Prime Minister needing to sort out what the position is in what's going to happen to the customs union, specifically in the context of the Irish border. There seems to have been a breakthrough and at least some kind of tacit agreement towards the proposal put forward, which is that the UK will remain aligned with the customs union as a whole body, so the whole of the UK will remain aligned to the EU in terms of customs arrangements until a point where a new system is implemented which is effective and can actually work. Now that might be on the basis of technology and ensuring the technology has been implemented and developed, and that might be also towards other systems which have been worked out and can be negotiated at a later time. Now the key thing here is that everyone seems to be in some form of agreement. So there will be basically a alignment with the EU over customs union until the 2020s, and that will bridge into a new customs arrangement. And the idea behind this is it's going to replace the idea of the backstop, which is proposed by the EU in terms of keeping Ireland aligned with the EU, but the UK mainland not being able to go off and disalign itself, and therefore there being a border in the Irish Sea. The key thing here as well is that the Brexit cabinet ministers and the people who are involved in the Brexit War Committee have also given warm indications that they're happy for the idea of a very time-limited period where the UK will stay aligned with the customs union as well. Now, where does this leave Theresa May? Theresa May now needs to go to Brussels and get the EU 27 to agree, and the EU Commission to agree to the idea of the UK staying aligned with the customs union whilst further negotiations over a customs arrangement are made. That's not certain, particularly because some members might see it that the UK remains to some extent having the benefits of the single market and the benefits of the customs union without having to have the responsibilities and obligations post-Brexit. So there might be some movement here, and there might be some more negotiations needed now with the EU regarding actually something in place. But certainly for the time being, the Prime Minister will be relatively happy as she heads to the Conservative Welsh Conference today that there has been some kind of agreement regarding the customs union, and it's finally been in some way resolved, at least in terms of her internal party dynamics. Next up, reports coming through of more troops heading towards Afghanistan, or at least a plan to. Ministers are planning to double the UK's troops' presence in the country after the Taliban are reported to have made significant gains, and the US is already upping its contingent to 15,000 troops. And NATO have also been lobbying for a while for more support in order to help stabilise the country and ensure that Taliban do not advance too much. Gavin Williamson, the Defence Secretary, wants to send about up to 400 more personnel, the reports are suggesting. Currently there's around 600, and they're training the Afghan Officer Academy, so mainly in a non-combat role, in a training role. The plan is not, it's just reports at the moment. The plan would be announced at the next NATO summit, which is in July. That's something to look out for, but indications are that more troops will be heading towards Afghanistan. Seems to be, though, in non-combat roles as well. Finally, one more story from inside the Westminster bubble, Bercow versus Leadsom. Now, reports are coming through today that the Commons Speaker, John Bercow, is back in trouble. He was caught, reportedly, calling a Cabinet Minister, Andrea Leadsom, who is indeed also the leader of the Commons, a stupid woman. And there's also disputed claims that he did say something which was a little bit ruder, referring to her being useless, but also using an expletive as well. Now, there's some element of whether he's denying and disputing the exact words which have been said, but the Speaker's office last night said that strong and differing views were expressed on all sides, which has been seen by a lot in the press as not really a denial of the facts, or at least the reports which have come through as well. So that how that will develop, particularly in the context of previous reports surrounding John Bercow, we're yet to see, but certainly that's something which might run a little bit today as well. That's pretty much it for today, and indeed this week. You're up to date. Don't forget you can find all the latest what we're doing here on Core Politics on our Facebook page and Twitter right here. But from me and all the team here at Core London, see you on Tuesday at around 9 o'clock, and have a fantastic weekend ahead.